Everybody has a different favorite cartoon character. And for me, that was the Great Gazoo. I just loved that little green guy. He'd snap his fingers and make things happen. And it was really the intellectual prowess that he had and these heightened abilities that intrigued me. And I wanted to see more of him and to learn more about him. Only he appeared on the cartoon only infrequently whenever they decided that he was going to pop in and torture pretty much Fred and Barney. And he could have had less of a superiority complex. Mind you, in his defense, he was dealing with cavemen, right, on the Flintstones. And the way that he would rib Fred and Barney always gave me a good chuckle. I just loved it. And I could relate to him because he was an alien, like thought so differently than everybody else around him. He was this logically minded, deep problem-solving creature. And other people couldn't relate to him because he was this little green alien, right? And he couldn't relate to the rest of humanity. Why are they acting the way they are? And even though I don't go around and never have gone around calling people dumb, I do love he pop in and say, hello, dum-dums. And that was my favorite intro ever because it was just hilarious. I don't go around doing that. But I do question sometimes the behaviors of other humans. And if you're like me and you're a critical thinker, you've got perhaps a very logical, analytical, problem-solving brain, you might feel a little bit the same way. I questioned everything. I can remember being, well, quite young, but definitely by the age of 15, I started questioning even the decision-making abilities of some politicians. And with all of the issues that we saw happening in the world, why weren't there better solutions? There were so many problems, and my problem-solving brain at least could imagine coming up with better solutions than what we had. And I couldn't just snap my fingers and make everything all better. Of course, if I could, I would. And so would you. But if you do have this critical problem-solving brain, you're probably a bit tortured the way Fred and Barney were at the inability to fix things and on the constant questioning that's happening, the analytics, the logic that's happening in your brain, and the wanting to problem solve. And if that's true for you, I can tell you that you're not alone and that it probably means that you are a critical thinker. You think critically, you do try and look at everything from the bigger picture and different angles, and that you're probably naturally good at problem solving. So for you, you're not alone. And if you do have that critical mind, you're going to need a few skills and tools to get it under control. I had to learn to do that for mine. And I'm here to tell you that there's more of us out there than what people think. We're not all aliens. And if I could get my brain type under control, my mind under control, and understand how this brain worked and not feel so much like an alien anymore, then certainly you can too.